Hey, you want me? You got me!
Hi boys and girls, welcome back to the Random Geek, the channel which I speak about things that I enjoy, gadgets, tech, movies, food I love to eat, and basically travel. So following on to our ES4 Ninebot scooter, we'll be going through some actual features of the actual scooter itself. So I'm going to go into quite a lot of actual detail, so let's get started. Okay, so I've actually turned it off. So what we're going to talk about is riding based and actual tires, and I'm going to go through exactly what you're going to get. So first things first, you'll see that there's quite a bit of actual wear in it. I've actually cleaned this up because I've actually had this for about 2 weeks now. So I've pretty much ridden this through its actual paces. I've ridden it in the cold, I've ridden it in the rain. If I don't recommend you riding in the rain, I've actually done it. Yeah, it gets pretty slippery. Don't do it. So pretty much, yeah, ridden it on off actual road, ridden it during the day in the bloody heat, in the cold, because it gets cold because I live out in the bush. So obviously, yeah, it's handled up pretty well. So over the last 2 weeks, I've only ridden it for probably about a week and a half in that case. I've knocked up about 130 kilometers on this bad boy already. So gone pretty far. So for those guys on the empirical system, that's about 80 miles. So riding it pretty hard. As you can see, the actual tires have held up pretty well. So, okay, so first thing we might start off is tires. So you've got 8-inch tires. So 8-inch tires, what is that? 17, 18 centimeters. So pretty big, actually big, pretty much standard on these actual type of actual scooters here. You will notice this is solid rubber tire. So obviously solid rubber, you are going to feel it on actually rough surfaces. It's not a good riding actual quality. But what the scooter has, which the Xiaomi actually doesn't actually, is actually front and actual back suspension, which we'll talk about later. But you've got a back suspension here and a front suspension in the actual riding stem at the front. So that kind of alleviates some of the bad actual riding quality. The big advantage that you're actually going to get is you're not going to get an actual puncture. So the old Xiaomi's air-filled actual tires, yeah, when they puncture, and it's not a question of when. If it will happen, it's basically when. And changing a tire on those bad boys, because I've actually had one and they suck. So I wouldn't wish it on my actual the worst enemy. Pretty much, you'll be pulling it apart, banging. Yep, a lot of bloody swear words. Yeah, not good in that case. So these things, you can actually buy these online anywhere. You can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on AliExpress, you can buy them on eBay. Pretty actual cheap. These ones aren't too hard to actually switch out. So yeah, I'll be getting 1 or 2 of those for actual spans, because I will get some actual wear out in terms of the actual tires. So actual tires are about 2 inches actual thick, about 5 centimeters here. Quite a big actual riding tire, but you have noticed with the actual latest scooters, it's like the actual boosted, you've got this big ass fat actual tires on the actual back. These ones are okay. So 8 inches front and actual back in that case. So going back to the actual back tire here, you will notice no manual disc brake. So I wish it had an actual disc brake in case of emergencies. They're a lot better. This one's got an old fashioned friction actual brake. So obviously if you stand on here, you stamp on it, and friction of the actual tire, it's going to hit up there, it's going to slow you down. Really old fashioned, don't really like it, especially in an emergency. It's not very stable. So chances are you're probably going to fall off if you need to actually stamp in that, especially if going at higher speeds. I don't really actually use it unless I really have to in this case. because the front actual regenerative actual braking in there is actually pretty good. So yeah, kind of wish they put an actual disc brake on it. Okay, so this is actually plastic. I did have an issue with actual build quality here. This little plastic, this little rubber thing actually kind of fell off after the actual first week. So I've actually had to actually glue it on back on again. So that's just to protect the actual back fender when it's actually folded over. So obviously you've got a back reflector, so if cars are coming behind you, they can see you in that case. We've got these LED actual like lights on the actual side here. They actually slide up. You can actually program that into the actual app of what you want it to actually do. So you can have it always actually switched on, you can have it actually switched off. You can actually have it on the actual flash when it's actually the actual front brake is actually activated, or you can have it actually pulse on and off. I just always have it on because I like to have people see me. I'd rather not get hit by an actual car. Obviously, make sure that people can see you in that case, and you should only be riding this on the actual footpath or actual sidewalk anyway. So yeah, to each their own, but I believe, yeah, safety first, boys and girls. So obviously you've got the second one on the actual side as well. So riding actual base. So this is 45 centimeters on the actual lengthwise, and you've got 15, 16 centimeters that way. So that's, I think, 17 inches and 6 inches that way. Okay, so obviously it's Ninebot actual branded. It's got this textured actual rubber actual base here. It works pretty well when it's dry in that case. It's quite spongy, so decent in that case. Kind of wish they went with grip tape. Mainly because if this gets wet, or you're riding where after it's recently actual rain, obviously you're going to put your actual foot down on the actual ground when you're stopping, and you put your shoes back on. This can get pretty slippery. Also, as you can see, I've only ridden this for about 2 weeks. You see a bit of wear and tear around the actual edges. Obviously, because it's only 15 centimeters that way, I've got average sized feet. If you've got big feet, you are not going to stand side by side on this thing. So like a lot of people, when they're riding like long stretches of actual footpath, you want to stand foot side to side. Obviously that's not going to happen. So when you're actually riding this thing, you're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It's probably by the actual design, because obviously they want 1 foot there, and obviously the back foot, just in case you need to step on this manual brake here. Kind of wish they went with actual grip tape. One thing is a bit more grip, you get a bit more friction, so you're not sliding around in that case. Also, wear and tear on actual grip tape, not a big deal. And obviously, usually replace. What I might do later on is probably get an actual heat gun, because you can actually heat this up and actually peel this off, because the actual adhesive actually comes off in that case. I might replace this with actual grip tape. It's probably because I'm more used to actually riding skateboards, and yeah, this thing's not doing it for me. Kind of wish they had an actual runner. What you will notice with this actual scooter here, yeah, a little bit of dirt there. This little scooter here is actually, the ride clearance on this actual scooter is a lot higher than your average actual scooter, and that's because unlike most scooters, the battery is not on the actual bottom, and that's because it's all in the actual riding actual stem here. So obviously, if you're going over hills or actually bumps, you get a bit more clearance off the actual road, so it's not too actual bad in this case. One thing I do like is this scooter comes with a bloody kickstand. So most actual scooters, so this is in terms of competition, you're looking at the Xiaomi 365 and probably the Zoom Strider. Even though the Zoom Strider is a bit more expensive than this one. it's nice having this one here because with the zoom strider, you actually can buy this as an extra accessory. So kind of find it kind of silly because obviously you've paid a lot of money to actually buy this thing already. Good thing that it comes with an actual kickstand here. I think the zoom strider charges an extra $20, which that's pretty unacceptable, I believe. But nice that they've actually got that there, and it's made from like firm, really strong aluminium, so that's not going to fall off anytime soon. So going over to the actual front tire here. Front tire, same as the actual back. So you've got 8 inches in the actual front. So what is that? 18, 19 centimeters. So pretty big in that case. QR code, just in case you actually missed it in the manual or the quick start guide, if you missed it there, or if you can't find the actual app, you can scan that with a QR code. That will lead you right into the actual app. In that case, also that code is actually in the actual manual, so you really can't miss it. If you really are missing it, then you're not looking hard enough. Same actual screws as actual T tool. So if you've got that around, if you need to take this apart, you can probably actually take this apart. But there's actual extra screws actually behind this cap if you want to do maintenance. I might actually pull this apart and might do an actual video on that if anyone's interested. So obviously in the actual motor here, it actually varies depending on which model you actually get. So obviously ES1 only a 200 watt motor, ES2 you're getting 250, and the ES4 so you're getting the 300 watt motor, which peaks at about at 800 watts. So if you are going in up a steep incline, you really gonna need an actual power and actual torque just to get up there. And this one is the only one that's actually rated to do the 15 the actual degree actual inclines. So that's pretty much okay. So I might talk about this flappy thing here. So this is the actual hinge mechanism. Like we'll actually go over that. The ES4, you get an extra bonus that this thing actually flips up, so you're not randomly stepping on this and activating the actual hinge mechanism while you're actually riding. Because if you really want to see someone actually flip, yeah, don't stand on that. Okay, so I think I'll be ending this video here because obviously I'm going to keep these actual videos nice and short because we're going to go through a lot of stuff. So yeah, so boys and girls, if you actually want to actually join me on the next video, press the subscribe button if you like what I like, or just leave an actual comment down the actual bottom in that case. So all good and dandy. So remember guys, as before, if you're riding one of these, please wear a helmet. I know they look dorky, but yeah, it's really not funny when people actually fall off these things. We're seeing increased reports of people in the emergency room, and it's not a pretty sight. And yeah, just keep safe because these things, even though they're actually a lot more stable and easy to actually ride, especially if you're an inexperienced actual rider, these can cause quite a lot of damage. Anyway guys, keep safe and it's Random Geek out. Cheers guys, bye.